Hey guys, I don't know what this was. This is why we don't impromptu. Just jumping in to say that I was about to upload this video and I realized that for part 2, I don't really have an introduction. I just want to say thank you so much for everyone who reached out with both encouragement as well as just the messages of, wow, I thought I was alone in this, and the celebration of vulnerability that Afton shared. It's just been an amazing response. So I'm so excited to post part 2, where we dive a little bit deeper into family dynamics and a little bit of trauma and just how we're on the other side and how we're doing things with our kids and the importance of taking time for ourselves. So thank you again, Afton, for being so bold with your story. Thank you guys for tuning in, and I hope you enjoy part 2 of a conversation between friends with Afton.
Who was the hardest person for you to set a boundary with? And what did their reaction teach you about the actual health of that relationship?
Ooh.
Getting deep.
Getting real deep. My mother.
Man, that's a hard relationship,
My
no matter
mother.
what.
Because, okay, you want to look at your parents in this light of like, but they're my parent, they're my mom, they're my, like, and society says that too. Like, oh, but that's your mom,
I
but
hate
that's
that.
your dad,
Yeah.
but that's bleh. Okay. But on the flip side, that was my mom. Like, how could a mother treat her child like that? How could a mother say those things? How could a mother do those things? How could, you know? And I know that she's not perfect, whatever. She has mental health issues. I understand that. But I would say it was very hard. And it wasn't until, I mean, I had my last straw. Like I kept her at a distance. Like it was like, okay, well, you know, I mean, I lost my father, almost, it'll be 12 years in May. And, you know, so there was this guilt also that I was holding, that I was like, oh, but that's the only grandparent on my side that they have. Like, you know,
Yeah.
maybe I should keep this relationship for them. And, you know, but at the end of the day, I was like, okay, but she's not treating my children how they should be treated, period. Like,
Yeah.
that's not how a loving grandparent treats their grandchild.
And you're willing to accept things for you
Yes.
sometimes. And
Yeah.
you're like, but I, you know, as long as you're treating my kids or whoever.
Yes.
But once that boundary was crossed, you were like,
Nope.
I got nothing left
Yep.
for it.
Yep. And that's how I felt. It was like when my kids were younger, they could please her a lot easier. But as they started to get older and as they started to establish their own personalities, and, you know, they could see things for themselves, and they were questioning, and I never spoke bad about, I would just, you know, I would be honest with them, but not like, oh yeah, see what your, you know, Nana did here, see how terrible that was. No, I would just be like, yeah, you know, this is kind of why Mom has a strained relationship with,
they see those
with
things.
Nana. Exactly.
They see them, especially
Yep.
as they grow up. They're
Yep.
smart. Kids are smart.
Oh, yes. Or, you know, I would just share a few things, and, you know, my son would be like, I'm sorry, Mom.
Aw,
like, and
precious.
that's when it would like hit me, where I'm like, yeah, I'm not going to have this person in my child's life who like, or pits each other against, you know, my kids. And there were instances where, you know, gifts would be given and not given, and be like, oh, well, I wish you would have given me a hug, huh? Then you would have gotten a gift. And it was like
shook
no,
it.
love is not transactional.
Love is not transactional.
And if you want a relationship with my kids, also, you got to try. You say you want to have this relationship, but you never call. You never, like, that's not on my to-do list. Like, if it's
Yeah.
important to you, then you make the effort.
Yes.
And I was tired of being like, and that's when I did. I said, like, okay, like, if you want to call him. And then, you know, their response was, oh, but they never want to talk to me. I wonder why. Because when you call them, you don't actually have conversations with them.
Right. Right.
Like, you don't know them.
They don't know you.
Exactly. They don't know you. So why would they want to have a relationship with someone that they don't know? And it's not my fault nor theirs. So don't put that on us.
Yeah.
You never established that relationship.
I believe in a pursuit hierarchy.
Mm-hmm.
Like the most adult person in the situation, I feel like should do the pursuing.
Exactly.
I
Yes.
truly believe in that. Like,
Yes.
no matter, I may be an adult, but if I have an adult parent, they should still be, and now their pursuit will make me want to pursue them.
Exactly.
And so I'm not saying it's like a one-sided.
Yeah, the amount of effort you put in, I'm also willing to put in.
But there's a pursuit hierarchy.
Exactly.
I fully believe that.
Yep.
And I know
Yep.
that's a hot take sometimes. I know there are
No.
people.
Mhm.
It's a hot take for some people.
Yeah.
Who completely disagree with me. But I firm on that.
I agree. I agree. If you're the grandparent and you want a relationship with your grandchildren, then you need to make that effort.
Yeah.
Not expect the grandkids
But yeah.
or even the parents.
And the people pleaser in you could have been like, oh, we have to call grandma. We have
Yes.
to, call. We have to do this. But it's like, I can't keep doing that. I
Yep.
can't juggle
Yep.
my own stuff and yours too.
Yep.
Especially toxic stuff.
Yes.
I
Yes.
won't allow it. Like you
Yes.
said, that boundary
Yes.
has to be there for the protection of the
Yep.
people I love.
Yep. I have fully blocked and don't talk to certain family members. And a lot of it was because I was like, this is my last straw. Like I had a last straw.
And that's another thing you're teaching your kids.
Yep.
Like, look at those things and you
Yep.
don't have to accept those things.
Exactly. Yep.
Not like, oh, that's just them.
Yep. Yep. That's just who they are. That's just how they are.
It's like, no.
It's like, no.
We can't accept that.
Yep. And can we cuss on the podcast?
I mean, I don't know. We'll see. Let's do
Okay.
it.
For me, it's like, that's a shitty thing.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
if you're going to be a shitty person, then
Look at your choices. Look at your
yeah,
life.
like for me, it's not bad mouthing you if it's the truth.
Yeah. And it's not talking bad about someone.
Yeah. If you did it,
You just don't like that I'm saying
Yes.
it. There's
You
a
don't-
difference.
Yep. Yep.
I just need a moment of silence for that. Because that is like, it's so real.
Yes.
And that's had to have been so hard for you to not only one, go through it the first time,
Yep.
but then see the pattern
Mm-hmm.
and say, now what can I do with this as an adult?
Yep.
Especially
Yeah.
because you weren't like where you are now through all of this.
Yes.
You had to like be growing through that.
Yes.
And I'm sure there were so many moments where you're like, what do I do with this?
Yep.
This
Well,
is,
there were many nights where I would just be bawling and I'd be talking to my husband and I'm like, I don't know what to do. What do I do? And I mean, my husband's, I love him to pieces. I do. I love him. But he's also the type of person that nothing affects him.
right. Must be nice.
Like, I'm like, must be nice. I love that for you.
Yeah.
Whereas everything affects me. But I'm a highly like emotional person.
Mm-hmm.
And so literally everything affects me. I see like, a TikTok of like a dog finally getting adopted and I'm bawling because
Yeah.
my empathy is like through the roof.
I love that for you.
So, which
It's also really hard, but
it
I
is
love
very
it about
hard.
you.
It's hard. It's hard to establish boundaries when you have
Yes.
that because,
Yes.
and also I'm a true Libra through and through, and so I'm a
Girl.
scales girl. I like to see things from both sides, and so I can see it from your perspective, and I can see how like it sucks that I cut you off, and it sucks that like you don't have access to your grandkids, but in the same breath. You started doing the same thing to them that you did
Yes.
to me as a kid, and that was unacceptable to
We're
me.
breaking patterns.
Yes.
This is why boundaries are so important.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yep.
And I love that you did that.
Yeah.
You are a protector. You took, is exactly what we were saying earlier. You took what you went through and you said, not again.
Yep. Yep.
And you're breaking cycles.
Yep. And not my children. Like my children will not have this trauma. They'll have other trauma.
Yeah, for sure.
But
for sure.
not this one.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I it's true.
Yeah.
And I feel like by you doing that, you're changing patterns.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
it's all through boundaries.
Yep.
That's what we're
Yep.
here to talk about.
and healing.
Yes.
I think too it's easier to start establishing those boundaries once or even as you're healing because you're like, oh,
Yeah, that's how you learn though.
yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even starting off by saying no to the small things, and
Yep.
then
Yep.
or yes to the things that you usually wouldn't say yes, like for yourself or for your kids.
Yep.
You know,
Yep.
and that's how you build the strength. It's like a muscle,
Yes.
a
Yeah.
boundary muscle.
It is.
It's a sexy little boundary
Sexy
muscle.
boundary muscle.
I feel much better about myself in my life when I'm setting boundaries.
I
So,
agreed.
mean,
Yeah.
yeah. I'm not trying to brag. My boundary muscle is very strong.
As it should be.
Finally.
Yes.
People pleasing is often a survival strategy. I know for me it was.
Oh, yes.
That is how I survived. To feel safe. What were you trying to stay safe from by never saying no to conflict, rejection, or the fear of being too much? We have talked about this before as far as like being considered too much.
Yes.
Which is so ironic because I've spent my life feeling like I'm not enough.
Yes. Well, it's like a double-edged sword.
Gosh.
You feel like you're too much, you're too loud, you're too expressive, you're too emotional, but on the flip side,
Yes.
you're not enough.
Gosh. And if you thought for a moment that you were doing okay, people will be quick to remind you you're doing too much or you are too much.
Yep.
And it's like,
Yep.
gosh. And sometimes that too muchness was me overcompensating for trying to be what somebody needed, what I thought somebody needed me to be,
Yes.
or whatever.
Yes.
The people pleasing for you.
Yeah.
Was it a survival? Like
100% it was a survival tactic because, and going back to, was I allowed to say no? It's that same kind of thing. Like if I please everyone around me, then I'm in this safe bubble. Like I'm accepted.
Yeah.
I'm welcomed.
I'll have friends.
I'll have friends.
yeah.
I'll have. I don't. But at the same time, now that I'm healed, I'm like, but did I?
So many of the people I was like, I had friends. Now I'm kind of like, do I want those friends? And or we're not as
Yes.
close.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And for good reason.
Yeah.
And it could be like they don't like the real me.
Exactly.
That's okay.
Yep.
Do you?
Yep.
But I'm gonna do
Yep.
me.
Yep.
And I feel like trying to fit myself into this like people pleasing bubble so I wouldn't appear too much or
Yeah.
I've spent my whole life like being so quiet.
Mm-hmm.
And like and maybe people wouldn't say that about me, but in my mind I'm like I'm a completely different person
Yeah.
and I'm so grateful, but I was such a yes person.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
It was so exhausting being at a table of people who all said things that I did not agree with and like I
Yep.
can't say what I think.
Yes, that's
I can't say what
exactly
I
how
think
I
right
feel.
now.
Yep. Like I can't be my true self because if I am, they won't accept me. If I say I don't agree with them on, whatever the case may be, it was like, oh, you're one of those.
And it's like, yes.
Yes, I am, but also I'm just a caring person.
Yeah. Stop that. But it is hard, and I feel like it's just this constant, like you said, the double-edged sword.
Mm-hmm.
I'm constantly either putting myself in a box to be whatever, or I'm
Yep.
too much, and I think setting those boundaries with people and being truthful with myself,
Yes.
not only with the people around me, but I just start looking at myself and go, it's okay
Yep.
to be excited about this or to celebrate this or to wear the bright clothes or to do whatever
Right.
you want to or raise kids that care.
Yes. Yes.
And if that's too much for people, let it be.
Exactly. Exactly. Well, and to like piggyback kind of on what you said, I think because too I was in such like I had so many expectations put on me as far as like religion wise, just being a mom.
Expectations as a girl.
As expectations as a woman, expectations as I had this view of myself where it was this like, oh, I'm not good enough. I'm not pretty enough. I'm not skinny enough. I'm not smart enough. In some ways in my life, I was so far behind. It wasn't until I started setting boundaries, I started figuring out who I was, that I was like, you know what? It's okay to be me.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay to be like me. And I can dress however I want to dress. Like, clothes are for me.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, because what do they say? Like, there are bad reviews for the pyramids.
Yes.
Like, there's always going to be someone who doesn't like the pyramids have bad
Yes.
reviews, you
Yeah.
guys. Like, not
Yes.
everybody's going to like what we do. And I think that that's part of the boundaries we set for ourselves is to say, like, I release myself from what you think I need to do
Yeah.
or how you think
Yeah.
I need to dress or how you think I need to act.
Or look, or or be.
Raise my kids.
Yep. Or raise my kids. Or,
I feel like that's a big one with families, like them
Yes.
saying like how they think you should raise your kids,
Yes.
especially when you come from a different
Yep.
idea of
Yep.
belief systems.
Yep.
You know?
My favorite thing to say is, you got to raise yours by how you wanted.
Yeah.
Let me do it how I want.
Yeah.
Whether you think it's right or wrong.
Right.
This is my time. You got to have your time raising your children.
Yes.
And, once they were 18, whatever, you want to argue. Like, I hope that my kids will always want to come to me, whether they're 80 and I'm,
they
I
will.
won't be alive, but.
Yes, you
like,
will. We all will be.
Okay.
We're all going to live to
Forever.
1,000 with our kids.
But, like, whether they come to me and they're, an established adult and they're in their 50s and they're like, Mom, I want them to be like,
Yes.
Mom,
Self-sufficient,
Yes.
but it's okay to need me.
Exactly. But I feel like our parents, it was like, they wanted to be done with us at 18, but then as soon as we started making our own choices, they were like, wait a minute, I still want to have a say.
I agree with you. I think for me personally, it came later because I went through the very long phase of putting myself in the box, and I feel like it made me palatable for everyone.
Yes.
And I had this idea that I had these like crazy deep relationships within my family.
Uh-huh.
And once I hate to say it, like, came out about who I am, like what my belief system is,
Yeah.
like all of those things.
Accepted who you were.
Yes. And was honest about it. I became less palatable.
Yeah.
And that's when I saw everything's changing. Like, wait. I loved the way you were doing everything, but now that it's different than I would do it, because it was for so long too.
Yep.
It was like, whoa, no, now it's not right. You know, everything you were doing is the same.
That's not how I would do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's a big one for me that I've had to like let go of in my boundaries, with saying like, it's okay that I'm disappointing you.
Yep. Yes.
Because for a long time, the idea.
Oh, I love that.
Thank you. Because for a long time, my whole adult thing was like, is my family proud of me? Is my mom?
Yes.
Maybe specific.
Well, because they put value
yes.
on your accomplishments, the way that
Yeah.
were raising your kids, and
Yes.
and the minute that you started to do stuff for you and not for them, that's when they were like
Yeah.
pushing back.
Well, and don't get me wrong. Like, I want my kids to care if I'm like, I don't want to say proud of them, because I think there's value in your kids feeling like, oh, I know my mom's proud of me.
Yes.
But I don't, like we said earlier, I don't want it to be this conditional, no boundary.
Yeah.
Like, no matter what
Yes. I want my kids to know, same thing that what you said, that I'm proud of them. But if they make mistakes, it's okay. Like, I'm still going to love them.
Right.
I'm still going to, and even if they make decisions that I wouldn't make.
Yeah, because they're gonna.
Because they're gonna, yes.
Yeah.
I'll be like, you know what? I wouldn't have made that choice, but if you feel, that's my thing. If you felt confidence with that choice that you made, who am I to judge?
Yeah.
Like,
It's already biting me in the butt, though, because I'll choose something, and Sage will be like, well, Mom, this is my room. And I'm like, God, why did I raise you to be so independent?
Right.
And I'm like, you're right, Sage.
Yep.
This is your space.
Yep.
And it doesn't matter what I think.
Exactly.
And I'm swallowing
Yep.
the fact that I'm
Yep.
like, I would not have put that poster there.
Yes, but really though.
But it doesn't matter.
No, it doesn't.
And this is a small scale thing that shows her
Yep.
through her life
Yes.
that, building on the small things and
Yep.
the big things when they come,
Yep.
that like, I will always be there whether I think you did the thing I would have done or not.
Yep.
Ugh,
Well,
and it's
and
hard.
like, if they ask for my opinion,
Yes, of course.
sure, I'll
Of
give it
course.
to them. But
But I'm not going to be mad if they don't take it.
Exactly. I'm not going to be mad. And also, I'm not going to be like, hey, my opinion matters more than yours. Like, no.
Gosh, we're such good moms.
We are.
We're
Pat on the back.
such good moms. I don't usually do this, but I feel like we're covering so much
know, we
ground.
really are.
I'm really enjoying this conversation.
Me too.
by the
It's so
way.
fun.
You're awesome.
No, you're awesome. I know. I was telling my husband, and I was like, I thought I would be really nervous because I hate public speaking. Not that this is public speaking, but like I hate being perceived.
Yeah.
And this is very much a perceived type, podcasts. Like
it's vulnerable.
Yeah. But I was like, honestly, I think because it's Chelsea, like I don't feel nervous because I feel like I can be myself. I can say my feelings or my thoughts, and they're well received
Yes.
and well interpreted.
This is a safe space.
Yeah.
And I love that you felt that, and I'm grateful for that. And I feel like that's part of the reason we've had such wonderful conversation,
Agreed.
is that it's a place where we can just have the conversation.
Yes. Yeah.
And you say so many good things. So. How does it feel to realize that being the strong one was actually just a way to avoid asking for support that you were maybe starving for at some point? You know, like all those times where you had to carry it all, or...
I feel like I still struggle with that one. Like, asking for help is so, it's one of my weaknesses. I don't want to be a burden.
That was literally like my life motto for so long. I'm so afraid of being a burden.
Yes.
And I was taught as a kid, don't be a burden.
Yep. Yeah.
Don't be an Eeyore. My
Yeah,
mom used to say that to
yes,
me.
yeah.
Don't. Nobody likes them.
Yep.
But it was like, but it was this moment of
Yep.
like, you can't do that. But
Yep.
and it's funny because I would never expect that from someone else. Like if they needed help, I'm
Yes.
so quick to help.
Yes.
So why would I be willing to drown all the time?
Well, I think because, I mean, for me, I don't want to speak for you.
Yeah, I feel like it's safe to though.
For me,
I feel like
I feel like for me, because we don't ask for anything, we don't require much. It was like when we do, it was like, ugh, why are you asking for this? Like you're supposed to be the easy ones. You're supposed to be the ones that like don't ask for anything. Like you're the easy children.
yeah.
And this is the funny thing. My husband and I are both the babies in our family. And when I tell people that, they're like, "Really?
Yeah.
You don't
strike me as
You don't have the baby of the family personality.
You don't strike me as the baby personality.
And neither of us like kind of have. If you like, it'll be like the baby of the family is like this. I'm like, I don't think so.
Yeah.
That doesn't fit.
You're like, don't relate.
Can't relate. Because my husband and I, it's like if we want something or if we need something, we'll do it ourselves. And because we were conditioned, like, oh, if we need something, we can't ask for our parents, so we'll just figure it out ourselves. It's so hard for us to ask for it because in the past, we've been met with this, like, what do you mean you need help? Like,
right. You're supposed to be easy.
You're supposed to be easy.
Yeah.
You're the strong one. You're the one that's, it's never given us any issue. Why are you giving us issue now? And
which is like, I feel like that ties back into like the parents bragging on us. Oh, they're
Yes.
so mature.
Uh-huh.
They're so independent. And it's like, those things can be lovely if, if brought in and they have it, but like conditioned to have it.
Yep.
It's so hard.
It is. So I would say I'm still working on it.
And I appreciate your honesty in that because I think that there's something to be said for the middle part of the journey. Like there's so much about who we used to be and then coming out on the other side. And
Yep.
I feel like I talk about so much of like where I'm at now and I want to work on being more vulnerable about how I got there. And so
Yes.
you're
Yeah.
inspiring me right now by having that honesty
Yeah.
to say like, that's still a thing.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
it's a real thing. I feel like for me, I've had to be strong for so much of my life. And it was like touted on as
Yep.
like this amazing thing. And I feel like I kept a lot of people at arm's length because there were
Yes.
so many times when I wouldn't ask for help and I would either recluse
Yes.
because I'm going through something. So I wouldn't talk to anybody for like a long time or I would just silently drown
Yep.
and I would
Yep.
just be a shell of who I was. And the moment I accepted for me, because this is something there's so many things I'm working on.
Yes.
But this is something I am on the other side of. And I can say, when I started saying it's okay to accept and ask for help,
Yeah.
I felt like that was my breathe moment. Because
that.
my entire life, I was so afraid of being a burden.
Yep.
I literally would tell friends, like, I don't want to be a burden. And they're like, Chelsea, it's just like, we're just talking about where we're going to eat dinner. But if I
Yes.
tell you what I want, I have
Yes.
now added a brick to
Yep.
your bag
Yep.
of considering me. Yeah, it's this constant, like, true feeling of, like, everything I'm doing is a burden.
Yes.
So I just need to, like, have
Yep.
no boundaries, just do whatever
Yep.
it wanted me to be, do whatever it wants me to do.
Yes.
And I think by stopping and saying it's okay to have wants,
Yep.
it's okay to have needs, and it is
Yes.
okay to like say, I feel this,
Yes.
or
Yes.
I need help.
Yes.
Girl, it changed my whole life
Yes.
because once I decided because that's the thing is, I realized I didn't feel worthy of it.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yes. Chills.
And that girl, that's genuinely, it was a total light bulb moment for me.
Yeah.
I am worthy of saying, like, it's okay to need help, and like, I need this, and I want to say what I need.
Yes.
And it became this weird, because it doesn't sound like a boundary,
Yeah.
but it is.
And on a different, I mean, not to get like too deep here,
Get
but
deep. Let's swim in the ocean.
I have a struggle with the word strength because, you know, I had mentioned earlier, I had lost my dad almost 12 years ago, and it was a month before I was supposed to get married. So he passed away a month before
The biggest day of your life.
the biggest day of my life. And I remember so many people were like, "You're so strong. You're so strong. You have so
Well-meaning,
much strength."
yeah.
And I wanted to punch them in the face because I wanted to be like, "But I don't want to be strong.
Yeah.
I want to drown. I want to like," and not like,
Fall apart.
like, yes, like yes, I'm strong, and yes, I realize, but I had to be. Like, I had to keep going because if I didn't, I would have fallen apart. And, you know, so I think strength sometimes is not being strong. You know, like,
Yes. Oh,
like I think you can have strength and not be strong.
yes. It's like when they say, like, don't cry, like, be strong. And it's like,
Yeah.
I'm going to cry, and that makes me strong.
Exactly.
My
Yes.
vulnerability is going to be
Mhm.
my superpower here.
Right? Yeah.
And it's okay.
Yeah.
Girl, yes. And I know this does nothing for what it's worth. I'm sorry you had to go through that.
Oh, thank you. I do appreciate it. I mean, you know, I don't wish it
It must
on
have
anyone.
been very hard.
Yeah.
On
I
1,000
think-
levels.
I think the hardest part has been healing and not being able to be like, "Hey, Dad, I healed." Like, you know, like we would
Oh,
have so
I'm
much
crying.
of a better relationship because of the healing I've done, you know? And I think, but I also don't think that if it didn't happen, it wouldn't have catapulted me into this healing journey, you know? I think, again, not to be like, so everything happens for a reason.
No.
But I think it can,
we can look back and string together our
Yes.
situation and say, this is how I got here.
yeah.
And I think
yeah.
that that's a difference.
Yeah.
We're not necessarily looking for, there has to be something behind this, but we can look back,
Yeah.
which I think is a part of that really positive self-awareness.
Mhm.
We can look back and say, okay,
Yeah.
this is what happened in my life, and here's what I want to take from it.
Yes. Yeah. Well, and I think for me too, I can look at it and be like, it sucked. It really sucked. But I got through it. And if I can get through that, then like I can get through a lot of things.
Yeah, and you can get through it in a different way now.
Yes.
I feel like, and
Mhm.
forgive me if I'm over speaking here, but like I feel like you could go through it now and go, I can fall apart,
Yes.
and it'll be okay.
Mhm.
Like the world
It's
will
okay
still,
to fall apart.
yes. And I know it's also a different like season of life. You're like, I'm about
Yes,
to get
yeah,
married, and
yes.
we have to account for that.
Yes. Yeah.
But mentally, the way you allowed yourself,
Yeah.
you know, you might go through, and I don't want you to go through anything like that
Oh,
again.
thank you.
But you know, just the ability to say like,
Yes.
knowing who I am now.
Because I went through it, I could be there for somebody else if they go through something like that.
Yeah.
You know?
And know what not to say.
And know not to say like, "Oh, you're so strong." Like, no, that's not appreciated.
Yeah, and not helpful, by the way.
I will say, if anyone has gone through a loss, my favorite is when someone is like, "Well, tell me about them." Like, what's your favorite memory with them? Because then it's not sad. It's this person generally wants to know, like, you know,
I
what my
love
dad was
that.
like, or, you know, whoever you lost. So I try and say, like, if somebody shares that they lost someone, I'm like, "Oh, what was your favorite memory with them? Like,
That's lovely.
what did you love about them?"
Yeah, and it's also like not toxically positive, but it's
Yes.
lovely positive.
Yes.
It's like this little moment of like giving them like, a breath.
Yes.
You're allowing them to. This is
Well,
like,
and then it ties to like
amazing.
something happy, and you're not instantly sad. You're not like, "Oh," like, because sometimes I feel like it is kind of performative when people are like, "Oh, I'm so sorry for your loss," and
Yeah.
I'm like, "Oh, thank you." Like, sometimes I don't
Well,
I don't know what to say. What do you say? Like, oh, thank you. I
Or-
appreciate,
Yeah, or
which
even the
I
well-meaning,
do.
like, what do you need? And it's like, I
Yes.
don't always know.
Exactly. So I think in those moments, if you put a different light on it, then it helps.
I love that advice. I really appreciate you sharing it. That's why I
you're
love
welcome.
doing this, because I feel like even when I know someone or whatever, it's like these little moments that teach me something, or I can share with other people.
Yeah.
I loved that.
Well, it's like nuggets.
Yeah.
These little like,
I love a nugget.
yes.
What would the 10-year-old version of you say? I know, we're going to start crying. If she saw you setting a firm boundary today, would she be shocked? Or would she feel like, oh, finally, girl?
Oh, I'm going to try not to cry. Ugh.
I'm going to cry, so it's fine. I'm already like,
I think she would give me a big hug and say, thank you for being a safe person that I never had. Like, thank you for healing so you could be a safe person. And that's mostly why I wanted to heal, was because I wanted my kids to know that, like, I'm their safe person. They have a safe person. They can come to me with whatever.
yeah.
And I will hold them. I will love them. I will do whatever they need. I'll cry with them. I'll laugh with them. I think 10-year-old Afton would just be so proud of, I think she would be like, whoa, girl.
Yeah.
Because the 10-year-old Afton never imagined her with tattoos and with, but I think she also would be like, wow, look how beautiful you are. Look how smart you are. Look how, like, loved. I think that's what 10-year-old Afton would see in me now, is like, look how loved you are. Like, it just radiates.
I'm not okay.
I know, me neither. I think. And I don't know if you saw that trend on TikTok that was going around of, like, you hugging your younger self.
I did, yeah.
But I did that trend. I took a picture of me and now and I
want to go do that.
Yes, you should. You should. And I had me hugging myself, and I just started to bawl because I wish I could just hug my 10-year-old self. I wish I could just give her a big hug and be like, you're enough. You're amazing. You're so kind. You're so loving. You're so special. Like, don't let anyone dim that light in you. I don't know if I would have gotten where I am today had I have done that, but at the same time,
I hear you.
I think I just want to give her a hug. I just want to give her a big hug and be like, you're loved. Even if it's not by the people that you thought were supposed to love you.
Yeah. Because you are enough. And little Afton was enough.
Yes.
But we didn't know that.
No.
And I relate so hard to what you're saying. And I feel like I keep feeling this way, but it's like I couldn't have said it better myself. It's like I think of 10-year-old Chelsea, and I just see how sad I was and how alone I was.
Yes.
And even at that young age, I felt so unworthy of love.
Oh, yes. Uh-huh.
It was, I get so sad for myself sometimes when I think about who I was.
Yep.
And how long I let myself, and I was a kid, I didn't know how to.
Well, no, you're 10.
You're 10, yeah.
You're 10. You're a
But
child.
Thank you. I still am.
Yes. No, really, though.
I just wish that I realized how worthy I was just by existing.
Yes.
And I like to think when I'm running around in my fun outfits and speaking up
Yes.
for things and speaking my mind, I like to think that if little Chelsea was sitting next to me, she'd be like, yes.
Yes.
No, like, yes.
Yes, girl. Seriously.
I like to think that I'm the version of myself that not only would protect myself, because I love that you said that.
Yeah.
I love that you said that, because I'm like, but I would also look at myself and go like, wow, because I just love myself and I'm happy.
Yes. Yes.
And for a long time, I didn't think I was worthy of that happiness.
Yep.
And when I did think I was worthy of it, I was like, but how do I get it?
Yep.
And being able to say I love myself.
Yes. Girl. Yeah.
And it's all because
of learning, unlearning,
Healing.
and healing and setting boundaries.
Yep.
I feel like 10-year-old us would have been friends.
They would have. Oh, we're best friends.
We would have gotten in trouble though.
Oh,
I feel like-
100%.
I feel like your parents were like, you can't hang out with Chelsea.
Probably. I would have been like, I'll do your homework for you. Don't worry about your dyslexia. I have hyperlexia. We got this.
We'd have been like a dream team.
We would have.
This is awesome. And I did a podcast, and I haven't released the full podcast yet. I've kept
Okay.
releasing clips of it. And you've liked some of them. And it's kept me from releasing it that you've liked some of them because I tell our story a little bit. I don't say your name,
Oh, that's fine.
but I talk about my embarrassing, like,
It's not embarrassing.
it is embarrassing.
No, it's not.
To that when we were getting to know each other, I decided something happened that made me feel unworthy.
Yeah.
And I put up a wall.
Yeah.
Which is so like not what you should do. And I just want to say it again here because I'm going to release that clip. I'm going to release it.
I think you should.
Because I don't want to sleep on it, you know?
Yes.
And because there's this piece of me this unhealed part of me that's like, people are going to judge me so hard for this. And
So
this
what
is,
if they do?
so what if they do? Afton, so what if they do?
So what if they do?
And
I don't judge you for it. I'm here today because I
know,
didn't
and-
judge you
but-
for it.
And that's what I'm getting to. And thank you. Because if we don't heal and set boundaries and learn who we are, we're going to miss out on amazing
Yes.
people.
Yes.
And I think
Yeah.
I'm sitting here with you, and I'm so grateful for who you are in my life right now,
Mm.
the friendship we're developing,
Agreed.
hearing your story, seeing who you are now, and just,
Yes.
I feel seen.
Yes. Yes.
And I say all of this stuff I said to speak to the importance of like healing and the
Yeah.
importance of like,
But I also feel like, because I've done healing in the time that, you know, we started a friendship and then it, you know, abruptly. There's no judgment.
I know,
but like,
I judge myself enough about this.
you know,
But then
and-
I need to relieve.
and
I
I
need to release
think
myself of that.
I had to heal in that time too. Like I think because in that time, you know, I was realizing what friendships I wanted, you know, who I wanted in my life, who I trusted in my life. And, you know, I think you coming back into my life happened exactly when it needed to because I also, because I had done a lot of healing, I was able to accept your apology and not find it weird and not like,
Yeah.
you know, not say, sorry,
No.
not saying it was weird, but like,
It could have been taken weird.
you know, I just remembered, you know, like, oh, you know, Chelsea kind of stopped talking to me. Like, I wonder if I did something. And I'm not saying that to make you feel guilty.
No.
I just,
But
that's
it's
how
so
I
real.
internalized it,
And I
you
think
know?
we do that, but that
Yes.
also speaks back to like we go, okay, it was me. I was too much.
Yeah.
I did the thing.
Yeah.
And that's not always the case.
Yes.
People are having their own crazy struggles that have
Yes.
nothing to do with us
Yeah,
sometimes.
exactly. I think, you know, I'm a big person who believes in the universe and timing. And I think the universe brought us back together at a time where, like, we are so healed and,
Yeah.
like, we can talk about things and joke about things.
Yeah.
And, like, and it's not weird or it's not performative. Like, bet on you. I'm sorry.
I loved it. See, we're not performing
Fan
here.
you
I'm
with
like, give it
spit.
to me.
But I feel like I can 100% be authentic to myself.
Yeah.
I don't know if that translates or, you know, if you
Yes.
feel that way, but
I absolutely feel that way, and that's like literally the reason I wanted you here. Because I do feel like that, and I think it's just such a beautiful thing, and to have
Yes.
people who see you and help you see yourself,
mm-hmm.
and help you to be honest about life, man.
Yes.
Thank you for letting me sidetrack.
You're welcome. Anytime.
Yes. What has been the most surprising gain of saying no? Beyond just more time and the
Yeah.
protection of our kids, like what has opened up your spirit now that you aren't like leaking energy everywhere?
It got easier.
Yeah. So explain that. Break that down for me.
Like, the more boundaries I set, the more I would say no, the easier it got to be.
Yes.
Like, it was like, I don't feel like it.
Yeah.
And, like, I'm okay with that.
And like their power in learning that your no is enough. Like
Yes.
when I first started setting boundaries, I still did the here's why. Here's
Yes.
1,000 reasons.
Yes,
And
you
now
would
it's just kind of
explain.
like
Yep.
no.
My favorite was, and this is when it finally clicked for me, was there was an interview with Elizabeth
Elizabeth
Olsen.
Olsen.
Yes. So there was an interview, and they asked her something, and she was like, "Oh, one of my favorite things that my sisters and all of us used to say growing up is, no is a full sentence."
Yes.
Once I heard that quote, it
Yes.
like clicked. Something clicked in my brain,
Yes.
and I was like, I can say no without explaining.
Isn't that crazy that we don't?
Like, that was so wild
Yes.
to me.
Yeah.
That I could just say no, and I don't have to do this, because that's what I would do in the past. It was like, that's how I, started to set boundaries.
Right.
It was like, no, I can't do this because I, have this and this going on, and this is a very, crazy thing, and so that's why I would go into this deep detail as to why I was saying no.
Yeah, and sometimes people don't even care about the no.
They don't care.
They don't, and not that they don't care about you, but
Yes.
they're like, okay.
Yep.
They don't need, you're building it up, and they're like, oh, okay.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah. And one of my friends, we're in very different stages of life. Like, she's a working mom.
Yeah.
Her kids are all older,
Love it.
teenagers, and my kids are still young. And sometimes she would call me and be like, hey, my child missed the bus. Can you pick them up? And sometimes I'd be like, yeah, no problem. Like, I'll go pick them up, and drop them off at school. It's not a big deal. And then sometimes I'd have to be like, no, I can't. And she'd be like, okay, no problem. And hearing her be like, okay, no problem, I'll figure something else out. Even though I would still feel kind of guilty, because it was like, oh, I wish I want to help her.
About that
yes.
friend, you want to help.
But it was so refreshing to be like, oh, like, it was okay that I said no, or it was okay that I couldn't.
Yeah.
Well,
I love that you had someone in your life that you could say that to.
Yes.
And they didn't make you feel weird about
Yes.
it. They're like, I understand. You have life.
Yep.
And that's so good. And I love that because it allowed you to stretch that muscle
Yes.
of, I can say no, and
Yep.
the world doesn't end, and I still
Yep.
have a friend. And
Yep.
yes.
Yeah.
That is that's so good. I love that.